The Red Deer Rebels, an elite franchise built on pride, passion, and performance.
The biggest thing is that passion, you got to have the passion, you got to have that drive and that push to want to get better daily, want to develop and try to fulfill your dreams.
When you walk through these doors, you'll understand that the Red Deer Rebels are not just an organization, it's an identity, a culture, a family.
These players are like your own kids, and every one of them that step foot in this dressing room, they mean the world to you. And you know when their mom and dads drop them off, parents drop them off outside the doors, and they become Red Deer Rebels, that it's a new stage of their life. And I can relate to it, because I've been there. And I know how my mom and dad felt. I know how I felt.
Everything we do is for the player, about the team, and the community it represents. The Red Deer Rebels know how to develop their players for the next step, whether that's a professional hockey career or pursuing a post-secondary education. It's here where the players come as boys and leave as young men.
First goal to Western Hockey League!
It's our job as an organization to put these players in a situation to succeed, in a situation where they can develop and get better, and you do these things the right way, you have a lot better chance of succeeding on the ice in today's game.
Since their inception in 1992, the Rebels have claimed 3 Eastern Conference championships, a Western Hockey League title, and a Memorial Cup championship.
The challenge here is to take this franchise and take it to the Memorial Cup. And that's my challenge, and I'll do the utmost I can to try to get us there.
Brent knows a bit about delivering championships, winning at every level as a player with the NHL's New York Islanders, Chicago Blackhawks, and with Team Canada, and as a coach with Team Canada's World Junior program. And of course, in 2001 with the Rebels, winning the Memorial Cup.
You know, when I purchased the team back in '99, I went out there and said our goal was to win the Memorial Cup within 3 years, and we actually won the Memorial Cup in the second year.
As a kid, you're striving to get to that next level, and it just so happened this was the first place I landed in, and right when I came here, it's like I felt like I belonged here.
During that time, the Rebels have seen dozens of players drafted into the NHL, including Edmonton's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
I think they're huge in making me into an NHL hockey player now, and I think as far as an organization in the WHL and in the CHL, it's as professional as you can come by. I think everything from the way that they played to the way that the players are taken care of off the ice, everything was first class. And I mean, I still look back at those 2 years with fond memories, and still have a lot of friends from there.
Evler, here's a chance the other way, and a glove save by Kemper.
That is a big save by Darcy Kemper.
Adrian Kempe going backdoor. Phaneuf in front, redirects and score. Dion Phaneuf.
Feed has Provorov, big save by Reimer. Oh, right into the action, and then Reimer with another big stop.
It was good. I mean, you learn a lot. You learn how to be a pro and then how to build and how to do the right things every day. So my time in Red Deer was great.
Oh, tapped in. Sutter against the goal.
Could get his shot on net though. Honka. Well, they score! Martin Hansel. Dumba has Coyle with him. Coyle in. Van Dumba scores! And a Wild win in overtime. The battle continues along the boards. Puck is worked out to Petrovic, and he scores! Petrovic beats Price.
Hurricanes goaltender Cam Ward.
I tell everybody that I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for the Red Deer Rebels and the opportunity that Brent and their organization gave me. And I've been very fortunate in my career to have good opportunities, and I came into the Rebels at the right time and played with some top quality players. I know that we went deep in the playoffs for 3 years. Ultimately, I had a lot of fun there. It's a great city to play your junior hockey. The fans are outstanding, and it's a big part of why I'm successful at the NHL level.
The welcome from the Red Deer Rebels, Hayden Fleury.
They treat you like pros here, so you have to hold yourself to that standard. And I think being here and doing the 4 years here has really helped me get ready for the next level.
Here's DeBrusk going wide, drops his shoulder, shoots, he scores!
It's really professional, and even with the off-ice stuff and the off-ice, how we have to look at things like that, and I think it just really helps us guys, set up for the future, and that's one thing that you always hear about Red Deer is guys getting drafted, something with the NHL or former players playing, and I'm looking to do the same thing. That's my goal.
Obviously, Brent's been through it all. He's played, coached at every level, played at every level. I mean, he knows how it's done, and I think that's a huge positive for everyone around that's playing in this organization, having him there.
I think Brent, he's a perfectionist, and he wants this organization to be perfect, and he does a lot of things the way they should, and the way that they're done in pro. So it's been awesome.
When it comes to playing Rebels hockey, it's pretty simple.
You got to have character. You need to have a hard-working environment. You need to have an environment that's very, in hockey, a very team-oriented environment. Players that care very deeply about each other. Players that'll go out and play the game the right way. Intelligent players, work extremely hard, will go through the wall for the front of the jersey and their teammates.
The Rebels have an all-star lineup behind the bench.
We have to provide everything we can, all the accessibilities we can to allow them to succeed. We've got to put them in a position that allows them to, both on and off the ice. And it's our job to provide that leadership. It's our job to make sure we set the path, and it's our job to make sure they stay on the course.
The Rebels management have one of the best and in-depth scouting systems in the league, with scouts throughout Canada and the United States. It also takes pride in its team of support staff that are there day and night. The Rebels behind-the-scenes staff are often on the front lines, readying and performing the team's day-to-day operations. Each and every year, the Rebels focus on what it takes to building a winning club, and it always starts by creating a strong family atmosphere.
A lot of these kids leave home at 16, 17 years of age, and it's such an important time of their lives, and between that age and that 20-year-old age, and and it's our responsibility to help them through that. And I guess when they're dropped off at the front doors of our rink and become Red Deer Rebels, we become their guardians. We become the guidance for them, because they're basically with us 8-9 months of the year, and we have to make sure the path is set and help them down along that path, and just not in the game of hockey, but in life in general.
Organization, the city, the community. Looking back on it, I'm like, man, I was pretty lucky, really lucky.
When you join the Rebels family, you also become part of someone else's. The team has a strong billet program that places you with local families, a place to call home away from home.
The great friendships that you form, just not for the players, but the families. The billets, all these players, the billets become like second parents to the kids. There's a lot of instances where their own kids, now the billets are their grandma and grandpas, and that's just how things revolve.
The Rebels have great partnerships with St. Gabriel Cyber School and Red Deer College. They offer an outstanding WHL post-secondary education program that provides tuition for every year you play with the Rebels.
Schooling and education is a very, very important part of our program, and kids have to do well at it.
Staff at Cyber School understand what the players are here to do, how life as a student and a player can be challenging.
So we have the Rebels who are online with us, and so they can take their courses anytime, anywhere, while they're on the bus. As long as they're connected to Wi-Fi, they can work on their courses. When they're home here back in Red Deer, they come to our center and they work and get help from all of our teachers.
It seemed like a perfect fit, and the kids are excited about it. They get one-on-one attention now. It's like being tutored all the time now, and being able to help these players get through their schooling and hopefully help their marks increase.
Well, I think they get a lot of one-on-one, and when they're on the road, they can connect with teachers with teleconferencing or messaging or phone or any other way that they can. And so there's that partnership with those boys to make them succeed. It's whatever it takes to get them through.
Everything you do, you're trying to put the players in a situation to succeed.
Some of them have gone on to, for example, to be going into medicine. Some of them have done that, and it's great. For those who go on to pro and do that, that's fantastic. But There's going to be those that go on to a very good career that is playing university.
When you're part of the Rebels franchise, you're also a major part of the Red Deer community. It's a great place to call home during the winter. A city that has it all. Great facilities, amenities, big city shopping and dining, but keeping that small town charm.
I absolutely love it here. It's just under 100,000 people, but it's easy access to everything. People are great here, and we want our players very much involved in the community. And we, as an organization, we're very much involved in the community, in different charity events, and doing different things, working in schools, having the kids involved in the school, and just not in Red Deer, but in Central Alberta.
For some players, once the game of hockey is over, they return to Red Deer to make it their home.
Red Deer is a great city, and Central Alberta is a great place to live. And players, there's a lot of players that have played the game here. Some have moved on into the business factor of the world, and some have moved on up to pro hockey. But they all come back here to live.
In Central Alberta, this is Rebels country. Fans live for the game and support their team.
Yes, totally. I mean, if you come in here and get the chance, obviously you run with it. I mean, it's an amazing place, and this is not a place that's just low-key at all. It's just like the professional level, everyone says. So, I mean, it's an unreal place to play.
You get into the league, you hear the old guys say it's going to fly by, and you know what? It did just that. The last 4 years have been the best 4 years of my life to date.
What makes it a lot easier is that the players have one of the top rinks in the league. The newly renovated 7,000-seat luxury suite-filled NMAX Centrium is an amazing place to play the game. The Centrium is equipped with a video scoreboard and LED banner screen, adding to the fantastic game night experience.
The way the rink is advanced, and with now being just over a 7,000-seat facility, 32 suites, we've invested into putting in a jumbotron into the facility, and and LDD boards. It's just advancement, and and again, you can't just think about where you're at today. You always got to have a vision 10 years down the road. How is this game advancing? How are things advancing in sport? And you have to acclimatize to it and have to adjust to it, and you have to make those adjustments to it.
For the players, you'll find and enjoy the state-of-the-art dressing room area.
As the game revolves and things change, you have to revolve and change with it. And part of that was building the kids a pro room.
We've gone from a workable facility to a facility that is now ranked up there in this league as one of the nicest as well. I mean, we have pro athletes that come back and say, this is better than what we have at the pro level.
The dressing room has a workout area that includes top-of-the-line equipment.
We need to have a facility for our hockey team and for the players that's one that they can come in and say, wow, this is amazing, and we want to be in that Rebels room.
A lot of effort has been put into making a first-class facility, and there's a lot of things in here that are second to none.
The Rebels have bulked up their strength and conditioning team by working with Studio Pilates. There, the boys are put to the test, making them stronger and more agile, led by qualified trainers.
Guys work out the regiment that happens there, the professionalism that happens there, the equipment that's there, the quality of instruction that they get there. It's unbelievable. They're top-notch people there.
Our main goals in simple terms is that we need to prevent injuries and improve performance. And so through all of their training and with the addition of the Pilates and core training, we'll hopefully keep their bodies healthy so they can perform.
Fitness is a huge thing with our program too, and it's no different in our program than it is in a pro program. It's the same thing there, and we've certainly implemented it here, that conditioning is a huge part of the game.
Just recently, the Rebels were proud hosts of the 2016 MasterCard Memorial Cup. With the national spotlight on Red Deer, the rest of the country was able to see the great community support this team receives. The Rebels are set to forge ahead and add on to the collection of championship banners, and they want you to be a part of it, joining them in continuing their tradition and adding to their rich hockey history. Call this place your new home and create new lifelong friendships while playing the game you love. Red Deer Rebels Hockey, your future is in good hands.
It's our job to provide that leadership. It's our job to make sure we set the path, and it's our job to make sure they stay on the course and help through it. It's an organization that we're very proud of. It's one that's got strong communication in it. It's one that's that, again, like I said, we run it like a top pro program, and it's one that we're very proud of, and we'll continue to do that for now and many years to come.